I'm Brian Harrison, and today I'm going to talk to you about filming. Filming is very important, especially when you're making a movie. And so let's get started. Well, I'm going to use an example because I recently made a movie, and so I decided that today would be, I guess, a good day to give you an example of the movie. Now, the movie that I was involved in was called
The Way We Walk.
It's kind of interesting movie. The director and assistant director is the one who wrote it, so I'm going to give you the basic meltdown of how movies are made. First, you start with an idea, and I like to put the idea and the story together. What it means is that, as you think of things, you start writing them down, and your idea comes about a story, and you start writing it down, and it kind of comes together as a script. And that's basically our story, and which becomes a script at the same time. So it helps. Then we move on to the casting and pre-production, which I was mostly involved in, so I can tell you more about that. The casting is where we have a group of people, usually the director of photography and the director and maybe the assistant director. And what happens is they go out and we call people to meet at a certain place to get actors. And our point of getting actors is people we're willing to work with, people we can easily work with. And so I was a part of that, help to see which person would do good in front of camera. There's all kinds of good stuff like that. Well, now we're also into pre-production, which happens at at the same time as casting. So when we're not doing casting, we're looking for sites, places that our story takes place in. We're also getting camera equipment ready, making sure we got all the audio equipment we need and everything like that. So that's a busy time. Once we get all that set up and we get our cast, who we're looking for, and then we move into the production phase. And I keep this one a little bit separate from any other because this is when you're actually producing the movie. And so you won't produce it always in order. Sometimes we'll produce it out of order, just to get scenes out of the way. And sometimes we'll do beginning shots and shots that have no talking, and then we'll do the talking, or we may do the talking and then do other shots and fill-ins later. That's an important part because then you need to keep in contact with everybody, making sure they show up at the right spot and the right time, making sure that there's no confusion if things change. So we have a good crew that helps us out in that area. My favorite one, though, besides just producing the movie, is post-production. That's where you see your movie come together. And I enjoy doing that. That's where I was also involved in sound and editing. And also in your post-production, you're making posters, which we had made to describe Film Festival. And I hope people are able to see our movie if you're in Walla Walla, Washington. And it's June 9th at 8 p.m. And that's on a Thursday. So I just gave you a kind of basic rundown of film. Once you get out and start doing it, you may not remember all this, and that's not the important part. The important part is having fun. Get a few people together, make a movie. You don't have to have tons of people. Usually in Hollywood stuff, things would be different. They have hundreds of people that do different things. So just get out there, have fun. Talk to you guys later. Bye.